Cameron Gus. Mr. Gus, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
Officers in Harris County, Texas observed the defendant driving at a high rate of speed and attempted to gauge that vehicle's speed. As the officer pulled out to pace the defendant, he heard the defendant accelerate at a high rate of speed. Officers initiated emergency lights and began to pursue the defendant in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop, reaching speeds of up to 130 miles an hour.
130?
Yes, Judge, just to catch up to the defendant. While on the South Loop, the defendant turned off all of his lights in an attempt to escape police custody. After approximately 2.9 miles, the defendant pulled over and him along with two other passengers were detained. While being detained, the defendant stated, quote, "I know what I did," and told officers that a handgun was in the vehicle. Officers found a black handgun on the driver's side seat, unholstered in plain view. Miranda rights were read, and defendant did admit to owning the gun. And this is connected to a felony evading, Judge.
And I see that that was discharged. What happened on that? And tell me, what initially led the cops to him? What was he doing wrong initially?
It looks like they had already observed him driving at a high rate of speed, but it doesn't look like there's a number that they paced him at. I believe that may
That's
have
why.
been the reason. Yes, Judge.
Fine. I mean, or look in the report.
I can check the report, please.
Please.
Yes,
Because
Judge.
if they can't, if it's just conclusory, you know what?
There's the way the report is read, it just says they observed him traveling at a high rate of speed. Do you mind giving me a couple minutes to call the officer before we make a ruling on PC? Or do you just want to make a ruling now? Because the offense report is very lacking. They might have.
No, I'm just going to rule now. You guys can just go re-indict it.
Yes, Judge.
You know,
I understand.
Mr. Gus, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case, but let me alert you to one thing. You know, every single day, multiple people die in Harris County because people drive in a boneheaded manner. You know, we're not asking for much. We just want our streets to be safe. You know, I'm going to find no probable cause now. But keep our streets safe. We're not asking for much. You know, when you're doing things that you're not supposed to do, bad things are going to happen. Your life is hard enough as it is. When you pick up felonies and misdemeanors, all you're doing is you're making your life even more difficult. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I do.
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm a welder in the plant.
You're a welder, so you make great money. You want to throw your life away because of some stupid, you know? Make better decisions, all right? All right, hang tight for me. Just take a seat back.